Hi guys, this is Anuj Tikku, and today I'm going to be reciting the third chapter from my book I Also Slept with Rashmi Verma, which I'm in the process of making into a uninterrupted digital web movie. Uh, the rights of the book have been bought by Rappo Group, and we have roped in a very good director, Raj Chandelia, who's just directed a super hit film called Dream Girl, to direct this uninterrupted movie, which is adapted from the book with the same name. So here is the chapter 3 of the book, which I'm going to do a little narration with, just to acquaint you what the book is all about. It's basically the journey of a lead protagonist, Rashmi Verma, through 2 years of campus life, MBA campus life, where she has a string of affairs and string of lovers, and her relationship with the author, which is my character 25 years back, forms the backbone of the book. And around that you have funny incidents and anecdotes, you have stealing of examination papers, group fights, jealousy amongst lovers, fights amongst lovers, and things like that. So here's the third chapter, which is called A Lover's Revenge. So here I was, months had passed, and I still hadn't slept with Rashmi Verma. However, yes, we'd had long chats. She herself confessed to me many times that she loved talking to me. This was nothing new. Most girls had told me this before. They loved talking to me. What the fuck? What am I? Am I on All India Radio? A fucking machine that you could switch on and chat to whenever you felt like and then switch off at your own will? I was a man too and I had dreams like any other man. I wanted a fuck too. On the other side, Rashmi's conversations about her past lovers on the campus was poisoning my heart too. She told me with disgust how Razada had once slapped her. Yes, she had confessed to me. I was dancing with Jatin in the freshers party. I was a bit tipsy, and so I got close to him. He was the one who was trying to grab me from behind here. You tell me, once you do tend to get a bit wild on the dance floor. So what? I was letting my hair down. I got a bit close to Jatin, that's all. I picked her humor, which was lying on the bed. It had fallen off as she was explaining her ordeal to me. Then you know what? Rajada saw two of us dancing. He couldn't take it. Men, all of you are the same. He walked out in a huff. I knew trouble was coming. I could see it in his eyes. I did not want to hear. But he wouldn't stop. She kept going. I went to the room with a chocolate in my hand, just so that, I could appease him and calm him down. And then you know what he did? That man, he looked at me in disdain and he slapped me. Yes, he slapped me. You men. When you can't get your way with a woman, that's all you can do is hit her. I was shattered and humiliated. I mean, you can't have sex with a woman and slap her anytime you feel like. I felt enraged. How dare I saw her do this to this poor girl? She's already alone and fighting a tough battle. I mean, she had been pained and tormented all her life. She was even molested as a child by her mama and now slapped by her lover in such a manner. A woman can choose to dance with anyone she chooses. Who's other to dictate terms to her? Just because she slept with him, he had no right to slap her. A few days had passed since I had heard of Rashmi's ordeal. I was seething from inside. I developed a soft corner for her since she had been writing get well soon messages on my plaster and wished me good health. Her talks had injected poison in my veins. Yes, blue poison was flowing in my blood. I was angry with rage, and like Shankar, I wanted to confront Raisada for hitting Rashmi. I walked into my room in a huff. I saw Raizada with his band of gundas. One of them was a monk. और sir, कहाँ से आ रहे हो? Madam ने बुलाया था क्या? He looked at me and then sniggered at me. Madam? That bastard was calling Rashmi a madam? What did he think? Had I just come from a kotha after watching a Tawayas dance? She's a woman after all, and just because Razada had hit her does not mean she was talent fodder for everybody to talk and bitch about. I walked up to my bed and tried to sleep, but I couldn't get my eyes to shut. Rashmi's pain was too much to hear. I was sleeping in the same room as this woman hit her? The 6-foot gorilla who had dared to hit Rashmi? Should I just get up and light a match under his bed? Maybe I should hang him in the ceiling fan and, like Gabbar, tere kaat kar phek dunga Raizada. No, all of this would be foolish. It would be immature. I did not want to stoop to his level. After all, I was not a gunda from Pappalganj. I was a product of University of Manchester and educated in London. It would be step down for me to fight with this lowly DU types from Hansraj. I mean, this fucking gunda thinks he is Michael Schumacher just because he drove a fucked up any 118. My Maruti 800 had much faster pickup. What else? This youth's father was just a lowly IS officer. I was also like me. He was just like me. The only difference was that his IS father pulled strings with Vimal Nath to get him admitted and mine paid $14,000 in bribe to get me here. Either way, both of us were here without a written exam. What made him better than me? Okay, he was tall and dark and maybe better looking than me, but he was a dabba, an idiot when it came to intellectual abilities. He was no match for my marketing skills and knowledge. I used to teach this truth marketing before exams so that he could pass one paper, instead of resorting to stealing examination papers before the exam. Yes, this Chutia, along with his band of merry bandits that included Rohit Sehgal and Nitya Monk, and even Dhillon stole the MBA examination papers. These assholes couldn't even do that right. No, I was a real man. I just got up and packed my bags and left the room. I could not bear being a roommate of this guy. Luckily for me, Mithul Sareen had offered to share his room with me. He told me, I know you like to sleep naked at night, but please cover your butt with your bedsheet. You have a hairy and ugly butt. Instead of staring at the midnight moon, I do not wish to stare at your butt. I had reluctantly agreed to be with him and moved in soon with Sareen. But my disdain for Raizada still persisted. He tried to reason with me in the canteen. Arey yaar, I'm your friend. Why did you move out of our room? You have even stopped talking to me these days. I did not want to look at him. I just walked away in haste. A few months had passed. When I and my Miss Verma would be taking our long walks, he would intentionally walk towards us. Once he even pushed me by banging into my shoulder. Obviously, he was jealous that I was the one getting Rashmi's attention now. So what? I had taken my lover's revenge on Raizada. I had walked out on him. I also decided to ruin his reputation in campus. I told everyone all his secret stories that he had once begged that I should not share with others. I told Anil Goel, this bastard Raizada is a thief and a car stereo burglar. He and his gundas in Hansraj would break car windows and steal car stereos. They also used to steal car tires. The whole lot terrorized the neighborhood. He had a gang, They would then sell this for money and buy booze and fuck whores. This bastard also robbed a woman of a bracelet once. He was arrested by the police, this thief. His father was told about it. And that is why his dad does not talk to him anymore and he has sent him here to study so that he could do something and learn something productive. But this Jad Buddhi can only spread Gundaimism on campus. He and his friends, Aditya, Monk and Dhillo, are just a bunch of rustic choots, man. There, I had told Anil Goel about him, and I was sure that in a few days, the story would be leaked to everyone. The job was done, and I had my lover's revenge on Raizada. I stopped for a moment to think, why did I do such things? After all, Raizada had not hurt me directly. Did I do that because I was upset he had hit Rashmi? Or was this my own inner deep insecurity because he had laid with the woman I still could not lay? Was it because he was the first one to do it with Verma on campus? But who the fuck cared? I had maligned his reputation and the revenge was done. Thank you.